Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with the great Renee Kink. Oh, sorry, I mean Peter Morganti.
Renee Kink.
I spent last Sunday with Renee Kink here at the Meredith Hotel, the Royal Meredith.
The hairdresser who used to play for Collingwood.
Yes.
And you were here at the Ross Wilson show, I believe.
I was here last Sunday, and Renee Kink, he was best on ground.
Do you remember me?
He said you were a great player, Pete. He said you were dirty on the field, and you are devastating after the game with the girls.
I was 17-year-old, I would have been 63 kilos and he wouldn't have a clue who I was.
He said you were just in your own class.
Year 12.
Well, Pete, we are here back at the Royal Mail.
Royal Mail, Meredith Hotel.
I had a steak sandwich.
I had 4 pots.
You've had 4 pots already.
Yep. Got a couple other employees here.
Yes, we've got a bit of an audience today.
Yeah, live audience.
We might get Claire on later.
Claire's hiding.
She's very keen to get in front of the camera, Pete.
I'm just going to lean forward here. We've got a few watchers. A few regulars. Kathleen Brown, Mitch Newman, Fiona Wilson.
Obviously they don't have any sort of job at all.
No, because they tune in. Wouldn't matter if it was midnight, they tune in, those guys.
Well, welcome team. Here we are. Righto, Pete, let's go back to last week. We only had a few runners.
Not a lot to talk about, and not a lot to talk about in results.
Well, let's go through it.
Probably the one that went the best, who was good in the last 100 metres, was Igniter, second up at Sandown.
Can't hear you.
He got lost. He got lost early, but he got home okay late.
Yeah, that was a Sandown last Wednesday.
Noisy live audience.
We're gonna turn that camera around in a minute.
No, we're not.
Because
enough noise for 300 over there.
There's one over there that's not wearing a lot of gear, Pete. Got a very skimpy pink top on. Righto, so Igniter at Sandown last Wednesday. On the corner, it looked ugly.
Didn't look like he was going to finish.
He was way out the back, but he did steam home late. And I'd say at Flemington next start in about 2 weeks.
Yep.
He might be a sneaky bet at big odds.
Out to 1700. He can improve quickly than he did last prep. He actually ran home, I'm not sure of the actual figures, but Robbie said he ran home the quickest last 200. So.
Last 200, fastest of the day. Handbrake was on.
Early.
Is Griffiths trying to get the odds?
He did say we'll have a little sneaky bet at big odds, so
could be the turkey, the big Christmas turkey.
Well, we need a little bit of Christmas, or a little bit of money to buy the turkey, should I say, so that might be it.
Could be a sneaky.
And that's the 14th of December.
Right, Igniter.
Yep.
Third up, Flemington, ready.
Yep. Yesterday.
You went to Bendigo.
I went a little trip to Bendigo. You went a bigger trip to Pakenham.
I looked after you.
Probably about the same distance.
I looked after you.
One took 3 hours, one took an hour and a half. I had Tolpa. She finished second last. And
can you find any sort of positive?
Harry rode her well. She looked good in the yard before the race.
The first half of the race was okay.
Yeah, she's under pressure. 500. We found a gap. We all got excited.
See Claire going back behind us. There she goes.
No toilets out there, Claire.
Got a rowdy crowd. Look at her. Just keep your top on.
I never looked myself there for a minute, Darren.
All right. Well, she's going.
Yeah.
So she'll go into the next online sale.
Basically, she's not coping with racing.
No, the body won't stand up, Pete.
No. I mean, I think she ran 4 or 5 seconds. We got a win out of it, which is good, but it was all downhill after that.
Yep. So we'll move her on.
Yep. Now, we had the Crackerjack King, Let's Have a Crack. Well, he ran last, but look, to be fair, he should have beaten 3 or 4 home, barring a check at the 200.
Yeah, Matty Kamani said before the race, it's a trial.
He did say that.
And he won't do anything until he gets 3rd or 4th up, but he's a staying type that needs to kick off. And Pakenham's a nice track for that.
Yeah.
And he was just working into it when I think the jockey actually seen that horse coming across and grabbed hold of him, and then he was out the back and sort of just he said he was just working into it. So look, we won't be too worried about that. We'll just wait, probably do his 3rd or 4th up.
Yeah. And
then he'll want to show us something. But I must say, Matt Kamani turned him out beautifully, Pete. He looked good. You would have noticed that I actually did a video pre-race of the horse for the owners, just so they can physically see what he looks like.
You've got to be able to do that.
Setting the new standards, I am.
You've got to be able to do that if you turn up when they're in the mountain yard, Darren.
Well, I was there an hour before. It took me 3 hours to get there, Pete. And
someone's talking to me.
Someone's saying
fast like Morgs.
Fast like Morgs. But I thought 3rd or 4th up that horse should be all right.
Yeah.
And it was quite funny after the race, Pete. Congratulated Matt.
Yeah.
For running last.
He was happy with that.
And I told Dean Holland before the race, there's no way known you can ride 2 in a row. You're not good enough.
We were in trouble when he rode a 40-1 winner for the stable earlier, but anyway. No, I thought the horse went all right. I mean, it doesn't read good. It's only 1,200 metres.
Far too short.
Ideally, it probably should have been only beaten 7 or 8 lengths.
And I must say, Pakenham last night, it was superb. There was a lot of Christmas functions down there.
Yep.
And it had a really good vibe around at that track. A lot of young people there, a lot of kids. And, mate, it was just a pleasure to be there and in such a good atmosphere, because obviously you go to a lot of clubs and there's no one there, and, you know, it's pretty flat. But, no, it was really good there last night. And I thought, you know, we had a nice meal afterwards, and then we cruised home in an hour and 20.
Last 6 times I've been to Pakenham, it's been 3 degrees and been no one there, so it might be the time to go during
and the track looked magnificent. It's come on and it's racing well. They're winning from everywhere.
I'll get my chance tomorrow week when the Pakenham Cup. We got right your name down there. So
he's not in the Cup though, is he?
He's in a 70 mile race, I think. Yeah,
okay.
78 mile race.
So that was our 3 runners for the week, Pete. Now,
coming up,
are we going to mention the good thing in race 4 at Wodonga today?
Now, I did tell a few, but there's a few that were narking you last.
Normally you tell them after the race.
No,
what's it called, this thing of yours?
Rhythmic Queen.
Josh Julius.
Yeah, race 4 at Wodonga.
In about half an hour.
Quarter to 3.
Who trained? Oh, who trains? What price is it?
$6.
$6.
That's about the price it was when it won at Dunkeld. It's
now,
up,
just before we
up a little bit in class.
Just before we come on air, you went out sideways into the cone of silence to get the late mail.
No, I just...
What did he give you? What did he say?
No, he's...
Come on, just let the viewers give him something. It's Christmas. Be charitable.
He thinks she could be in the finish.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's insightful.
No, she's up in class, but she's trained on well. We're hoping she can win again. There you go. Get on. $6 each way.
Will it win?
I hope it does.
Do you think it will?
Kids won't get Christmas presents if it doesn't win.
Do you think it'll win? Is he good enough to train a horse to win 2 in a row?
No, she can win.
It can win.
She can win.
All right.
Can't get it.
If it gets beat, just mail your tickets to P.O. Box 82 Beland, care of Peter Morgani, for refunds.
Actually, that'd be a good little exercise. We'll see how many people do back her. So if she loses, send the tickets my way.
Loses?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I backed her to win. So like I said, the kids won't get Christmas presents if she loses. So
you're on.
I'm on at 6s.
Oh, I reckon you got the 8s.
No. She's drifted.
Drifted?
480 out to 6s.
All right. Well, the pressure's on.
Because I just know I can't win 2 races in a row, so the bookies are gambling against me with it 2 in a row.
That's it.
So that's a quarter to 3.
So that's coming up shortly. We'll be back inside to watch that in the bar.
Yep.
At the Royal Meredith.
Royal Meredith. Might be my first winner at the Royal Meredith. Had Shannon Nolly a couple of weeks ago too, Darren.
Didn't turn up.
Yeah, it was at our Christmas party, wasn't it?
He came to ATB on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Double booked.
Should get him there one year.
No, I think we can do better.
Oh, righto.
I'm not a fan.
Not a fan? Ross Wilson?
Ross Wilson is sensational.
We could have a joint party with the Meredith.
We could.
Christmas party, catch. You can have the Christmas party here.
We could.
Know where we parade the horses.
Parade the horses here? Yeah, good. Actually, we'll just let them go. They can all run around here.
Just up and down the highway?
Yeah. No, that'll work really well.
Dave would be handling the job.
As you would know, I'm the ideas man, not Pete.
It was an idea. I didn't say it had to work.
All right, let's get on with this. So, our next real runner is tomorrow afternoon at Moonee Valley.
At about 5:30.
5:30 p.m.
Mr. Moneybags. Out to the Cox Plate trip, 2040. Jai McNeil stays on gate 8.
$9.50.
Yeah, he's
3 back the fence.
No, we're drawing 8. I hope not. He's 3 back the fence. There's something wrong with the ride.
It'll be a great effort.
He's He's an each-way chance.
Sneaky.
Sava Heat's in it again, which has been...
We can't beat it.
Well, we're not far from it.
But we can't beat it.
It's one down the weights, and Prushkas has got a chance. Well, I reckon it's an even field, and he's probably... Well, he must be $3 a place at $8 to $9 a win.
He's a chance.
Each way. 1 by 3, they say, don't they, these days? These bloody trainers and that. But
1 by 3? What's
yeah,
that
1 by 3 bet. So if you have 10 a win, have 30 a place.
They're soft, aren't they?
Yeah.
They give you nothing.
Just back them a win.
Go hard.
Yeah, go hard or go home.
They're all going to wonder whether he's going to handle the Valley, but I think it's more a question of whether he's going to handle the 2000.
Yeah.
And whether Jai can resist the temptation to put him in 3-back defence.
Jai want to be getting going at 600 at the school, as they say. I think Bill Collins used to always mention the school.
Kingston Town can't win.
We might have to say Mr. Moneybags can't win. We need one of Matty Hill's sort of juiced up calls like he did for
He was
Joe.
unlucky on Oaks Day.
Yeah.
Got to the front because the favourite folded.
Yep.
Left in front too early. Probably should have won that race.
Yep, they were too good last start.
Last start he was into a group
listed
race.
Yeah, it was like a group 3.
Out of his class.
Yep.
Today, what's he doing tomorrow? Back into a 90
Back
or
to
something?
the 90, which is what he ran in at.
Carrying a big weight.
56 and a half. It's not too bad.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You'd have to think on that form that he's going to be hard to beat.
Yep, there'd be one for the multis.
I wouldn't be worrying about him handling the Valley.
It's probably the best
I think
camping track in Victoria.
I think this distance suits. It's just a question of whether he's 3-back defence.
He's straight back to fence. I'll drive down and see Jai.
I reckon there'll be a couple of blokes from Adelaide that'll bring over a couple of bottles of red and just crack them straight over his head.
Bloke from Sydney might do the same thing.
Which one's that?
Mark Burgess, who was a bit vocal during the week that maybe the horse should have been at Moonee Valley. Just politely, you just mentioned that.
Well, don't you have to find out?
Well, if we find out...
Well, let's say this. If he wins by 4...
Yeah.
We won't bother sending Mark his share of the prize money.
He can donate.
We'll donate that to
drought
charity.
relief, yeah.
Charity. D-Dance and B. Morgana, charity.
The door that opens if he is successful is there's quite a few
Friday
races.
Night.
Yeah.
And it's good there on the deck with a cold beer.
Beautiful. Christmas.
You know all about it.
Christmas
You're a regular.
party.
Got your own table.
Oh, we're going down the week later.
Will you?
Right.
What's on?
If Rhythmic Queen wins today, Josh is going to the Valley.
You're not really interested in ATB at all, are you?
Oh, I'm just telling you.
You don't care.
We'll put a few ATB horses in.
All right. So that's Saturday afternoon and then Sunday.
Sunshine Coast.
Sunshine Coast. Batters.
Is that the only
Batterland.
Is that the only track he knows up there?
Well, I think Ipswich is closed. Doomben, they've run out of water.
Oh, righto.
I mean, I'm up with it. You know where Queensland is, don't you?
Just north of New South Wales.
Very well done. I'm proud of you.
So Sano Dulce goes back to a 1,200 metre trip.
Yep.
So she
Which she was
basically
last time.
just, that's what I mean, stays at it. She
This
just
time,
needs to jump.
Sky Channel might turn up on time
Oh,
and
how
get
good
proper
was that?
vision.
I couldn't work out whether it was my TV. I knew I wasn't drinking.
So what happened, we were in race 1 at Sunshine Coast last Friday night and the traffic from Brisbane to Sunshine Coast was 3 hours for an hour trip. Sky Channel missed it, so we had the steward's vision, head on. Had no idea what was going on.
Head on, but the lights were off.
And we couldn't see.
Ah.
Anyway, from all reports, she ran home nice.
You could see Larry Cassidy
missed
sort
the
of
start.
zigzag, and I thought, well, is she 10th, 5th, or wherever?
Where is she?
You knew she was close up because he sort of, as I went around the bend, she was
Right there.
Right there. But
now we've heard from the trainer. We don't see the odds yet, do we? We don't know what the price is.
No, it probably won't be up. No,
Should be $6, I reckon.
I reckon
It's a weaker race.
She was
There's
$10
not
or
as many in
$11.
it.
Yeah, drawn 8.
She's trained on, he says.
I've heard that the last 4.
Now, what were you saying about his lack of strike rate earlier? Off air.
You've brought this little cough back.
Off air, what were you saying?
No, I said nothing. You don't be insinuating anything.
No.
No. He does a good job.
Yeah,
He's
if
just
you don't
had
tell-
no luck.
if
Is
you
he
don't-
taking his team there?
If you don't tell the truth here, I'm going to have to tell that Renee King story.
Now, you know what he's like, Damien. I don't have to say nothing.
All right, so
She's
can't miss top 3.
She's a good age wage.
Can't miss top 3, surely.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Should be winning, really.
So they're 2 good chances, Moneybags and her.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
And what about on Tuesday at Hamilton Peter?
Our Hassanay filly with Paul Prushka.
Hassanaki having its first start.
Yeah, Dean Holland's on you, mate.
Yep, he's riding super, Dean.
Gate 8, 1,200 metres.
What are you thinking? No hope?
No, oh, look, I don't think she can win. I look, the ones with form, there's 2 with a little bit of form, there's some with none. There's quite
Very
a few.
hard to win first up, isn't it?
Well, you got
against the horses that have raced.
Allett and Zara first starter.
I've heard of them.
Ma used just first
yeah,
starter.
they go all right.
And Paddy Payne first starter.
Can train a bit.
So a bit wary on some, bit hard.
Pushkit can train though.
Yeah, you can.
I know you're not a rap, but
There's not many people I like on this show.
I know.
Well, like
Seems
you say.
like it.
I think if she can get down the hill, which was Paul's concern, it's a sort of a
tricky track, Hamilton.
Yeah, downhill
for those who don't know. It's a tricky track. How many flies have you swallowed?
No. They start at the 1200. They probably go.
They go up a big hill, don't they?
They go about 500, and then they start declining for probably 300 or 400 metres, and then it flattens out. And it's an uphill run home. If you get down the hill, it's okay, but you can lose links down the hill.
You need to be really fit at this track.
Yeah.
Look, she's probably going to need the run. I think we'll learn a lot about her.
So watch and see, Darren.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes these first starters can jump out of the ground. Her work's been okay, but
watch and see her win at 50 to 1.
She's probably a filly that's going to maybe take a run or two, but we'll go from there. And that's it.
I bet Liz Dancer's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a champagne there in the background.
Yep.
Tough job, isn't it?
Dave's not watching. Dave's rolled his own.
He's rolled about 8 since we've been here.
Leave me alone.
So that's it.
They're our runners.
They're our runners.
So what goes on past that, Pete? We've got a busy week the following week, haven't we?
Echuca nothing Tuesday. Monday's race 3. There's 3 in December. Sandown nothing Wednesday. Thursday I don't even know where they are. Then we roll into Pakenham and Stall, which there could be runners.
Yeah, Daniel Bowman's ready.
Queen of Hell, he's got her up and about.
He's got 3 there ready to rock and roll.
So, yeah.
Matty Williams is just tuning his up for the Warrnambool Summer Carnival. And the Jericho Cup, Pete's on Saturday, Sunday. Sunday?
Sunday.
You going down?
No.
No interest?
Well, family shows on.
Which family?
Beckside.
Okay, Bendigo.
One half of Beckside. So up there tonight. Yeah, Penthouse Playboy was favourite in that race last year for us.
He was. He hasn't raced since, has he?
He's in work now and looks.
Has he raced since?
No. He went past me up the hill track the other day. Boy, hell, he looks good.
He looks fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're happy with him, but look, he's probably still 5 or 6 weeks away, so.
He's set for the autumn, and we should make a special mention of Yogi.
Looking good
been
too.
off the scene for a while, but we watched him gallop. Was that a Sandown?
Yes.
He looked good, didn't he?
Not sure who it was with, but he's actually got even a little bit of condition on him, Darren.
Yeah, no, Karen's done a good job. So he's looking at the autumn with Yogi, for those wondering.
Adelaide Cup
and Auckland Cup are the 2 options.
Yep, so that's good.
Yeah, so it's good to see the big bear.
And you wouldn't be sort of, they must be really happy with him now. They're starting to
those sort of races.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Question from John Rose.
What's his question? John Rose, what's your question?
DD, when can you see Sunburn's first race?
Sunburn's first race? Well, she's going to trial next week at Caulfield. And knowing the Mick Price story, she'll have 2 trials. And then she'll either go to the races or go to the paddock.
Yep.
So I'd say she's 4 weeks away.
Maybe just before Christmas if it's something.
Maybe. Yep, could be. Or right, I'm not sure when the 2-year-old race is. There might be one Boxing Day.
And I think there's one New Year's Day as well. So
Boxing Day at Caulfield.
And Mick will go to Caulfield if it suits.
Home track,
yep.
But he's very pleased with her.
The report this morning was good.
And she was always going to be a summer horse with a name like Sunburn.
Zinc cream on her nose.
I've been sitting on that one for 3 months. That's about the only
question, guys.
Another question from the audience.
Big Mitch feeling ready? Mitch Newman, how much are the cable bay shares after Let's Have a Cracks run yesterday?
They've gone up, Mitch.
Good try, mate.
Gone up, Mitch.
Christmas special though, you can get a cap and a shirt and something else, $100 off.
Yeah, I did catch up with the trainer Phil Stokes last night. 2 at his stables at Pakenham. Very impressive setup.
Yep.
He's got a great strike rate, Philip Stokes, and that's our first horse going to him, and he's very excited about getting it to train, Pete.
Oh, look at his record. It's outstanding, his record.
What is it?
He's trained 885 winners at 19%. Now
19%.
That is a huge sample, and that's 1 in 5.
1 in 5 wins.
25 Group wins, 4 Group 1s. All right, he was probably the big fish in the little pool to a degree.
But he used to come over here and smash them.
And they'd get backed. unraced 2-year-olds, anything. He is a good trainer.
He knows
very good trainer. He's a shy personality, but
he had a winner last night at Pakenham, won by 7. Before the race, he said to me, "Oh, this should be winning."
Yep.
I think it paid $7.
It was one easy.
What did I do?
Nothing. Promote their new trainer. You won't even take his advice. No, he's a very good horseman, Philip Stokes.
Knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and I think you were saying that
it's good to have him on the team.
His base is going to be solely Victorian eventually.
Yeah,
so,
in the new year.
And I love the fact he's worked into his setup Johnny Allen and some really good riders. So, and I mean they've had success with him early as well. So
when you got a horse in a race and you see Philip Stokes with a horse in the race, you always respect it, don't you?
Absolutely. And I've seen, I don't know how long Philip's been training, but I can remember
he still rides a lot of work,
Even he's got that physique. Even 15 or 20 years ago, you seen a 2-year-old, you just seen his name in amongst, whether it was the autumn or the spring. They only brought him here if they were right.
Yeah.
And,
They had a great record.
Yeah, absolutely. There's more questions there, I think. I don't know.
No other questions from the audience?
So it said, maybe I'm going to die. I swallowed a fly.
Fiona Wilson.
I'm right now, Fee.
She's right.
Got me beer. This is at the bar.
Didn't see Fiona Wilson down at Pakenham last night.
Didn't go. She in that. Let's have a crack.
Yes.
We had, loyalty. Only loyal for writing your name, some of these guys.
No, we had a couple of owners down there. Bev Skidmore and Chris Evans were there. We sat there and had a drink with them. Very nice ladies. Loved it. Got their photo with Matt Kamani. Loved that even more.
Oh, righto. Bit
of a fan of Matt Kamani, I reckon, those girls.
And there's a lot of others that are too, Darren.
Didn't ask me for a photo.
They just get yours dogging on Facebook any day they want, Darren. The Kamani stable and the Freeman stables,
big open days.
Big open days.
Big people. A lot of people there.
A lot of got rid of all their tucker and sold a lot of shares.
No, good on them.
Yeah.
Two good young trainers. Ballarat's thriving, isn't it?
I looked
I
through.
suppose, Pete, it'd be amiss of us not to mention
A. Alexander.
Well, we can mention A. Alexander and Mitch Friedman and all the rest, but I think we should send out a special cheerio to Lachlan McKenzie, who retired from the CEO job.
9 years in the job.
Ballarat on Cup Day. Transformed that club.
I remember
that club was on its knees when he went there.
My first association with sort of you guys and floating around, and the club was in financial strife, and it'd have to be the best country club in Victoria, I would say. Yeah,
well, it's right up there anyway. Best run club, just going ahead enormous. There must be 1,000 horses trained there.
I heard the figures. There's 690 registered now. By the time McAvoy and Noblet and there was one other come in, they'll get to 880, I think it is, and that's a big number of horses.
Well, they got the hill track.
I'm just wondering when they're putting the traffic lights in.
Yeah, they've got the synthetic. It's really going forward, and I think they've still got big plans for an all-weather undercover
track up the back of that.
Like Japan, based on the Japan model, and obviously at some point they're going to upgrade all that infrastructure of the grandstand and committee room. I think that'll all get upgraded at some point.
Apparently the initial cost will be big, but the maintenance will, over time, you won't have all the maintenance for an outdoor setting like they've got with the hill track. So, geez, that'll be a lot of people up there during July and June, Darren, up the covered one.
Well, I think, Lachlan deserves
he's been terrific.
Take a bow, son. You've done a great job, and you're moving on to the next chapter of your life. And I think the beneficiary is certainly the Ballarat Turf Club and Victorian Racing.
We'll work closely with him, obviously through sponsorship and other.
So what's he doing? I think he's going back to herd cattle.
Well, it's
he's
always
a mega cattle producer.
I was going to say mega millionaire.
Oh, he's that too, but he's got a big operation out there. I think he owns half the Wimmera.
He's actually got his toe into the greyhound side of it too.
Oh, mate.
Treasurer right there.
Oh, he's got a gold mine and everything. Shares in a gold mine.
Tell his life story.
If we don't know the truth, you just make it up. Anyway, well done, Locke. You're good to work with. Belinda takes over.
Yeah.
She's a pretty smart operator.
She's been the shadow there, probably done more work than Lockie across
the
8 years anyway.
Oh, that'll get back. Probably the brain stuff.
I'm just trying to,
brain stuff.
No. A good succession plan, I think, that one.
Well, I reckon we've spoken enough.
Yeah, and Archie Alexander won the Ballarat Cup with Kauai.
Oh, that was special.
That was great.
2 years in a row.
Yeah.
That horse has won.
John Allen on again, and Johnny's probably had a dirty spring compared to last year. And
a bit quiet.
He's got him home, and that's a good result.
He'll probably win the Jericho on Sunday.
He's on the favourite too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mars?
He'll probably have a late rally.
A Blaze or something? Oh, I can't
Not
remember
sure.
what it's called. And I got a birthday.
A birthday.
And it's...
yours?
No, it's not mine. Oh, it's coming up though. It's sort of sad now when you don't want it to come up, Darren. Right? Adele Tammer's mum, Kath.
Oh, yes. Kath? How old was Kath?
I was meant to mention it last week and I forgot, but her birthday was during the week. I think 90.
90?
90?
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good effort.
So happy birthday.
She come up to the farm about a month ago to see her foal.
Yeah.
And she was telling me it's the first time she's been over the West Gate.
Oh, there you go.
She lives in Melbourne. First time over the
Over the West Gate.
Said it was very high.
Anyway, apologise I forgot last week, but I did remember this week. And 90, that's a lot of candles to blow out, Darren.
That's a great effort.
If I get to 90, I'm sure as hell won't be blowing the candles out.
Mate, I doubt the way. I doubt with your lifestyle you're going to make 90.
I can't even drink this without coffee. I'm gone. Struggling to get to 55. I might get to...
Didn't I go to your 60th a couple of years ago?
Oh, here we go.
All right, well, until next week, I'm Darren Dance with Peter Morganti. We're going to watch his good thing win in race 4. What's it called?
Rhythmic Queen.
What's it by?
Hard Smart.
Who trains it?
Josh Julius.
What price?
Might be $4 now that I've told everyone, but it was $6.
Get on. Refunds back to the Morganti. Till next week, enjoy.
Bye.